graphics
The
was
Tubi,
so
they was just like
terrible.
them Tubi movies.
No, like you saying Tubi, that was Tubi before Tubi was Tubi. Like
Yes.
dead ass.
I
I don't
I
even.
see some of them clips when they were shooting and everything, and
Y'all see the fucking
the drawn
Spider-Man
out actors
movie
getting
they
shot
try to put out?
on the ground.
A Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, it was so
You
like
lying?
I'm gonna try and find the clip. I'm gonna send it to you. That shit's so fucking funny, dog.
Bruh.
I can't even imagine like that. When I say Tubi, Tubi don't got shit. Nollywood walk so Tubi could run. Like I swear, that yo, like, bruh.
Hollywood walks for to be correct. Hilarious.
No, but that's because Tubi really like everybody like, oh, these Tubi movies be having it. Like the
They be what in
graphics
it?
were oh
They
my
be
god.
entertaining. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them junk be entertaining. And sometimes I be watching like, bro, I cannot believe they made this junk and looked at it, edited it, put it out. Like what?
But and you never finished that one that I sent you, huh, Booney? The one that I told you about that the editing was so bad on.
I think I did
What was the
finish that
name of that
movie.
one?
Didn't I? I don't know. I would have to go look. I know what you're talking about though.
It was the jump editing was so bad, bro. We could have done so much better. Like I want to know how much they paid the editor,
Bro,
the cameraman in the shots,
some of them people be recording thing
microphone
on
in the
their phone, on their cell phone. You can tell.
like they was reading lines off their it looked like they was reading lines off their
Bro,
phone while they was hit.
bro, I literally saw one where the dude was reading lines. All it was a paper sitting in front of him. He acting like he like a businessman or
Stop.
whatever. This nigga reading the lines off the paper. I'm like, bro, I know this nigga not reading his lines.
Bro, I'll be so mad at the director. Like the director must not take himself too seriously. Because I'd be mad. Like, no, you gotta. What are we doing?
Right.
I could not put my name on that. No, no.
At all. Like, what are you talking about?
You
I
gotta go
see
by
now all of the Tubi
a
movies,
pseudonym at that point.
somebody got raped. They turned out to be a certain type of way because they mama didn't care about them. She let her husband rape them. Every Tubi movie got a rape scene in it now. I'm like, is this necessary, bruh? This
Yo, that's
everybody's
wild.
story.
Girl.
I feel like they have like one like template. Like they all posted
They
copy
do.
and pasting the same template for a movie.
They do. For sure. The
And the fact
quality
that it
be
works.
good, but the plot always be lacking to me.
I'm sick of seeing the ones where somebody died and they be screaming out through this. Oh God.
I'm
I'm
dead.
like, bro, you don't have to. You literally don't gotta react like that to a death. I said, why do they always do those dramatic like reactions to death? Like, it's so many different ways to react.
But that's the only way they know how. But you know what though? It be niggas acting that way though. That's why niggas be acting that way.
I ain't never seen it before ever in my life.
I
There
did.
could be
I
it could
promise
be
you.
because of like
I
where I'm from, my culture. I'ma just
I'm trying to hear these questions. What they got? What
I'm
they
just
got us
start
answering?
retelling.
I'm dead.
So basically in this episode, we just gonna keep it casual and we just gonna read questions off the advice columns on Reddit and answer them. Have conversations about what they got going on here. Cause these people be stressed out. These people be stressed out about decisions that they need to make on their own. Huh? My girlfriend is mad at me because I let my friend stay at my place when she had to rebook her international flight back home. I'm not reading it. That's stupid. My husband, my 29, well, I'm guessing she's 29, her husband is 46. My husband is making me miserable. How do I cope with
Huh?
someone who
Hold
can
on. What was
never
the
do
age gap?
anything wrong? She 29 and he 46.
Oh, okay. Damn. Kudos, I guess.
Could you talk to somebody that old, that much older than you? I
Nope.
know we in that age where we could talk, we could go either way.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah, 46, I can't. Like, you my mama
That's
age.
somebody's dad. Like, no.
Yeah, I can't. I'm cool. I feel like the most I could do is 36.
Yeah.
I feel like when we start getting
And
too close to
we're
40,
not even that far away. Girl, we about to be 34. Like shit.
right?
Damn.
Bro, we really about to be 34. I can't believe it. God dang it. One more year and I'm gonna be 35. Oh
Oh,
man.
girl. Sad. It'd be like
Yeah.
that.
I can't do the 10 I can't do 10 years either way. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Over
no,
10
that's
years,
weird.
that's a
Especially
lot.
younger. Nah.
Younger, yeah, that's a lot.
What is he talking to her about? Like, that's wild. Anyway,
She
go ask
she
the question.
said, how do I cope with someone who can never do anything wrong? Sounds like a narcissist. But let's continue. I've been awake since 4 a.m. with a gnawing feeling like this is never going to get better. It's not. I find it hard to even put into words what's going on.
Oh my
Anytime
God.
I cry, my husband mocks me and calls me a baby. Poor Kendall feeling sorry for herself. What?
Damn, what kind of people do y'all be married to, dog? That's
Now she
crazy.
put what he said.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, what? Poor Kendall. Like, damn, he be talking to you. All right, honey.
She
Sorry.
had a what is this, meniscus repair? What is
Meniscus?
that?
That's
Meniscus
the knee
repair
repair.
a few weeks ago on my right knee, so I've been stuck at home, unable to drive. It has been a very painful and difficult recovery.
Yeah,
I
it's
felt
literally your kneecap.
right. That's crazy for it. If he making fun of her, but
For
my ex used to do stuff like that. That's crazy.
that.
I
That's
felt
wild.
very frustrated by the lack of mobility and isolated from being home all the time. I was having a hard time the other day, just overwhelmed with negativity. And my husband told me I have rich white girl problems and no one cares, and that I should just be grateful for the good things in our lives. So, are y'all black or what?
Oh, yeah, like what?
I'm constantly feeling invalidated by him, and it's really starting to affect my self-esteem, which I already struggled with before meeting my husband. Oh Lord. It's impossible to discuss problems in our relationship without him getting very defensive and me basically having to bow down and apologize to just to keep the peace,
Y'all
because
be
it
married to
causes
these
me
people?
so much anxiety when we're arguing. Yup. He turns into such a mean, immature person when he's upset with me.
You married him, bro. You just seeing this? I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're right. No matter how level-headed and calm I am, he will say that I'm just freaking out at him, even though he's the one screaming and cussing at me. He says
What?
talking to me is a mind fuck, and that I just turn everything around on him. Nonsense.
What?
I
Who
hope
is this
some
man?
I hope someone reading this can understand the mental torment I'm trying to explain. Like he always points out things that I'm doing that he's the one doing them. It's beyond frustrating and there's no reasoning with him. So I just apologize for upsetting him, to which usually he replies that I'm not even trying to understand why he's upset. He's always so concerned about me being understand or reassuring or the bigger person, but he never seems to do that for me. I'm really at a loss. We're in couples counseling. Even our counselor asks in a one-on-one, why do I want to stay in a relationship that makes me feel so depressed?
Girl, I second that. How did you even start to marry this man?
Exactly. When my husband and I are getting along, he is the most thoughtful, sweet man. That's the other
Nah, nah,
side of
nah.
it.
If
That's
it's
the
not
other
100%, I don't want it.
women always do this when men do them wrong. That's why, because I'm
He's always
overly
nice,
committed to
though.
not
You
being
think he's nice.
divorced. No, he is not. Usually, if in the times where he's
That's what they,
supposed
they
to
be
be
saying that.
nice counts the most, but he's mean, he's not nice.
That's why I'm like, if it's not 98%, then no. if it's not at 98% that he's always nice,
She
then
also
no.
don't want to get a divorce. That's why she's staying with him.
Okay. What you want us to do?
She said, I guess this post is to vent. So you ain't even really want help, but to also help me vocalize, relate to what I'm going through because I find it very hard to explain. Can you please tell me what you see from an outsider looking in? How do I remain
She's somebody
strong-minded and not
that
let
don't
his
make
words
good
immature me?
decisions.
She don't.
You don't make good decisions, sweetheart. The fact that you're even in this position and you already married him,
The
it's
person
not
said
good
this.
look.
Somebody said, isn't that the hint from the counselor that you're better off getting a divorce? And what was your response to the counselor?
People are crazy. Sorry.
That is crazy. But like, I just feel like you just need to leave that nigga alone. He's narcissistic.
The fact that she's even with, like, I'm stuck on the fact that she even went through with it and was like, I'm going to marry you. I'm stuck on that.
Sometimes some people just be in la la land because people will be like, I didn't know until we got married. I have a hard time believing that.
I
Y'all
do
be
too.
ignoring red flags because you want to get married or because you want to be with this person. It's not because they hid it from you. People cannot hide themselves that
long.
Like if you don't know, it's because you didn't want to know. You were happy. You didn't want your happiness to be disrupted. You didn't want to see it for whatever reason. A lot of times, how does this stuff be getting by y'all? Like you never had an argument with him before you got married and he didn't respond this way? Like y'all never argued until y'all got married? Y'all never disagreed until y'all got married? If that's the case, y'all must have gotten married like a couple of months into the relationship or something.
Facts.
That's the only way a person can hide something. If you move quickly with them, if you got married to them within months of meeting them, that's the only way I will accept that they were able to hide something from you. But even then, like, y'all don't be paying attention. People be awful, especially now. People don't be hiding that they're terrible because they know people gonna still be with them.
Or they just don't care.
Yeah. That's true. Like, just leave this man alone. But she's not gonna do that because she says she's just venting.
So then, that was a question. That was just a.
It was pointless.
Right.
You just venting. Like, we don't want to hear that. If you're not ready to get real advice, don't nobody want to hear
it.
He is so jealous of our kids and it's starting to scare me. Is this family and marriage even? Why do y'all be asking that question with these crazy like issues, these bizarre issues? She said her husband is so jealous of their kids and it's starting to scare her. He is 42 and she's 35. They tried for so long to have our boys and girl. Due to a mental health issue my husband suffered, he developed fertility issues and we had to get medical assistance to be able to have our children. Because if we didn't, he'd probably never have kids. So we went through fertility treatment. He desperately wanted children and we spent a fortune just to bring them into the world. And now he's jealous and distant with them. He's constantly in competition with his own infant children. If I hold the children, he gets frustrated. Anytime they take my attention away, he gets completely pissy. He's always in a foul mood, irritable, and just downright nasty. I don't understand it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Why is he like this? Our children are barely 6. Bro, he's jealous. It don't matter how old they are, but like infants, that nigga is sick. You need to get yourself and them kids away from him.
How old the kids?
She said they're barely 6 months. And they won't stop crying every time he's near. Them kids know that man is evil.
They
Get
know
away.
they know something rough.
Away from him and get them kids away from him.
Yeah,
I've tried talking to him. I've suggested he take interest in the kids and spend more time with us as a family. I know it can sometimes take a little longer for parents to bond with their children, but this is downright scary to experience.
No, it's weird.
What you mean it may take time for like family to bond with their children?
So usually, I mean, I get what she's saying. I'm not a mom, but I've heard that too. It takes like some people, at least from the mom side. I know it's from the dad, but from the mom side, it may take time because she's new to this, and she's like, "Oh, why doesn't my baby, do the baby things
Oh
that
yeah,
they
like
hear that baby do?" Right.
gotcha.
And for dads, I mean, I'm not a man, so I didn't hear much about
To
that
be
side, but so I don't
honest,
know that.
do men really ever like you have some dads who do have bonds with their children, but men can literally not ever bond with their children and it's fine long as they're there. They get props just for being there. They don't
Yep.
necessarily have to have real relationships with their children. It's
They don't
just
got to do
he was
shit.
in the
Just
house. He was in the house, so he a good dad. And that's crazy.
yeah, no, that's sad. But yeah, you speaking facts.
She said they've been together for 8 years and married for 7. He wanted these kids. He pushed for them, and now this. And she said they spent a fortune on it, and now you don't like your kids. That's weird.
Hold on, I'm stuck on the. I'll be stuck on the weirdest shit. You been together for 8, married for 7. So
And
you
y'all just
married him
had
after a year?
kids. Yeah, and
That's no.
then they waited a long time before they had kids, so she kind of had time to see how he was.
Yep.
I guess that's a long time to not know that this person was like this. Like, did you ever see him with anybody else's kids? Like,
Right.
why was he pushing so hard for kids? Like, I understand wanting kids, but like being
I don't.
obsessed with it, being obsessed,
Oh me, I
like
don't.
I gotta have kids. Like you going through all of this stuff. Why? Did you ever ask him
Nah,
why?
because I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly because of ex dude that I was with. He was
Yeah.
and he couldn't explain to me why he wanted kids. It was just he want them, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
some people just want them
I
because they
get
feel
it,
like that's what it's
but
supposed
that's
to be.
crazy.
It is. I mean,
If you can't explain to me why you want them,
I don't think there's any logical reason to want kids. I don't think
I'd
I don't
rather
think
hear
it's
somebody tell me
logical
that.
to want kids. Like it's just a selfish thing. Like it's always to carry on your legacy. It's like to me a
Mm,
vanity thing. I want to see this. I hear people say, I want to see how our DNA mixes together. I want to see our love. I want to see our love in human form or something like that. It's very to
it's
me.
funny because although I know that, like I'd much rather somebody say that to me because at least they being honest. But people always make up this whole legacy
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, or it's the selfish thing. The only selfish answer that they're willing to say, but they don't think is selfish,
Yeah.
is who gonna take care of you when you're older? Why are
Yeah,
you
that's
putting that on
selfish.
them?
The legacy thing is selfish too.
No, of
Cause
course it is,
cause
but it's
like
like that's what they tell themselves to
mhm.
not seem selfish.
I don't think there's no unselfish reason to have kids. I think it's
I don't either,
all
but people
selfish.
people are not, they're not
They're not
logical.
gonna accept it. But
Right.
I don't think there's no unselfish way. You're having kids for a selfish reason. There's no, especially with the way that the world is, the conditions that we live in and stuff like that. It's purely selfish to have
Exactly.
children. But some people feel like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. Who said that?
Nobody, like, no
It
one can
ain't no
ever point to
rules.
somebody and say, hey, this makes sense. This is like an actual logical reason.
There's none to me to have kids.
Oh my God, to keep the human race going. Who said it had to be
Who
you?
said who said it had like who said it had to be gone? Me and Roy was having a conversation about which is another topic, like how a lot of guys they sell drugs to make it out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Do you think you better than everybody? You think you better than everybody, so you're gonna use people to make money to be rich? That's messed up. Like, what is making it out? Out of what? Like, you think you better than everybody and you deserve to do this more than everybody else? I don't
Yep.
know. It just be some things that I just be like, you just selfish, and you willing to do whatever it takes to get what you want.
The sooner people are honest about that, the sooner we can just progress as a society.
Why would she do this? My boyfriend let me use his phone, and I found out a shocking truth. Now you make me want to read it. Say what you wanted in the thing. Let me see how long it is. Oh, it ain't that long. This better not be no BS, bro.
What you see?
So I'm 21 and so is my boyfriend who I've been with for a year. Yesterday, he took my phone as he was picking my delivery from me, so he let me use his phone. We always do this and I've never gone through his messages, but cuz yesterday he messaged me from my phone on Snapchat to let no period, girl. Snapchat to let me know my parents called, and he also sent me a phone I accidentally pressed on another chat. As I looked, as if luck happened, it happened to be the girl I'm quite insecure about, and found accident accidentally pressed on alert and found out she was sending him explicit pictures, and he had them saved, all of them being when we were on a break, but the last few ones were from a week before we got back together. The thing is, I don't care that much about the photos, but we did have a rule that during our break we would tell each other about every person we were talking to. Why? That ain't your business. Kissing, going on dates, or even sending photos to. I even told him about a guy who he is also insecure about. Y'all are children for sure. So he would never stumble on a surprise. My thing is that I still don't understand why he lied to me when I have asked him about the same girl multiple times. After I discovered that we did have a talk, but still haven't come to a conclusion of anything. Any advice on what to do? I did forget to add, the break was my idea. Girl, it don't
It doesn't matter
matter.
who it is.
It don't matter whose idea it was. He probably said it was your
He
idea to go on a
lied.
break anyway. I ain't wanted to go on a break. You made me go on a
He
break.
lied because he's a liar.
He's
I
a
don't know what to tell
liar,
you.
100%. And this is
He lied because he's a liar.
such a young conversation. Like, you can tell they're 21.
Yeah.
Is it really that difficult to stay committed in a relationship? Like, and also going on break, when you decide to go on a break in your relationship, that junk is over already.
Yeah.
What's the point to even get back together? It's over. You know this person gonna do whatever it is that they want to do. And as far as you being
So that's
insecure about some girl, why do y'all be like that about like specific people? I can
not,
understand being insecure, period, but why about specific people? Do
maybe there's
y'all be
some,
feeling threatened by these people?
but yeah, like why?
Yeah, like why? I don't get that part.
If there's no like weirdo past, like weirdo story, then there is no reason for that.
Yeah, like why are you insecure about just one girl or whatever? Like nigga probably been talking to a bunch of them, but you only care about one. Y'all were
Right.
on a break,
That just
like
happened. You just saw the one that you were supposed to see.
yeah.
That don't
And I
ain't
feel
no
like
other ones.
women will do that. They'll see that they're being cheated on, period. But if it's with a specific person, it matters more. How? He
That I
cheated,
don't.
period. How does it matter more because it's one person? Because you're making it about you, and it's not about you. But why would y'all go on a break, and why would y'all tell each other who y'all dated on y'all break? That's stupid.
I
Y'all don't
don't.
need to know
That's
that.
crazy. It's I've breaks are complicated. First off, is if you're going on a break, first off, breaks are not advised. Like I don't advise
Right.
them.
Because your relationship
But
really over if you do it, I
yeah.
feel.
But if you decide that a break and not a breakup is better, I guess. If y'all come back together, ain't no questions asked
Ain't
about nobody else.
right.
No. We
To
just go
mind your
here.
business. Long as y'all two together and they not still like, because you said a week ago, if they not still talking to that person, mind your business. And my whole thing when it comes to breaks, I can understand in relationships taking space, not necessarily a break, but like, can I have my own space for I need a couple of days to myself? Can I have that? Not necessarily we live in lives without each other. You're dating, I'm dating. That don't make sense to me, but I can understand like having space. Like I just need a couple of days to recharge. Like it's been a lot going on, or I've been giving a lot of myself, and I just need to breathe for a little while. Or go on a trip or something, get a couple of days away from them, but a break, your relationship is over. That's period. And even though and why would you suggest it? Anytime you suggest a break when you're with a man, he's always
He
gonna make
gonna take that and go. He
everything that
gonna
happened
run with
on that
that.
break is your fault because you wanted it.
Yup, he gonna take that thing and run. It's like you gave him a what's it called? What are those cards called? The didn't they make a movie out of it? Shit.
What?
A weekend card or a
Oh, the hall
pass.
pass.
Yeah, hall pass.
Stupid.
You just gave him that. And he gonna take it and he gonna roam with it. And then
Would you
that's just
give
gonna be
your
on you.
partner a hall pass?
You said, would I?
Yeah.
They gotta be if it's not no famous person, no.
I feel like
No.
for me, it depends. Like when you say hall pass, like, oh, you free for the weekend, you could be with whoever you want. To me, that's stupid. But if like I was saying, the little space, if I was in a relationship and it was something that my partner needed that I couldn't give them, but I also didn't want to leave that relationship, I would tell him to get it from somebody else. Okay, you can go and find somebody to give you that. But the little like how they do the weekend, or it's the weekend, you can do whatever you want. I feel like in a situation where you're not, like, if I'm not able to give you something that you need, I might consider allowing you to get that from somebody else. But as far as for fun, like, let's
But
just do this for fun.
I don't consider that to be a hall pass though.
Not a hall pass, but that's what I'm saying. Doing it for fun, no. If it was a serious situation, like, and I couldn't give you something, then yeah, maybe it depends. It depends on what it is.
Yeah,
It
it depends
depends
on the
on
situation.
how if I feel like you're capable of doing this and still being a good partner to me. Because I don't think some people are. Like, I don't think some people are capable of being poly and being a good partner. They just want to be poly so they
They
can
just want
have
to sleep
sex
with
with a bunch
people.
of people, right? It's not necessarily, it's more or less just about sex to them. Don't you
That's
go out on me, bro. My light blinking.
crazy.
Don't you go out, bro. But
Oh man.
you find something else.
She really why are they asking questions? People I really be losing faith in humanity because why are they asking these questions?
I don't know. I don't know
So
why
far,
really
these
people ask for
questions been like,
advice.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like my heart goes with y'all, but like y'all asking the questions that is like common sense. Do I need to leave him if he did it? Yes. What? Huh?
Bro, during an argument, my husband called me defective in reference to my miscarriage.
Oh
Am I
nah.
overreacting in response, and is it time for me to move on? Yes. Are you crazy? Defective?
Do y'all hold on? I mean, obviously that's crazy in any regard, but like
I
y'all
can
don't have no
understand
kids.
asking for advice for something like this. I can understand asking advice for certain things, but certain things I'm just like, bro, you already know
That's
what you
wild.
should do.
You lucky. I don't advocate for putting hands on anybody, but that's wild.
That's crazy. And she
Like
said, my husband and I, he's 30, she's 27, have been together for
oh
5
nah.
years.
Oh nah.
And married for 2. I always adored him and we were very happy. So why do women do this? Stop
Leading
building
with the
him
good
up.
shit. We don't care about
Right.
that
I
man.
hate that junk.
We don't care about
If
that
you're
man.
gonna talk junk, talk your junk. Stop
Because
making it.
they want us to think that he's such a good guy,
Yeah, why do
but
y'all
he
do
just did this
that?
one bad thing. No, we mean as hell. Like,
Right.
because
That's
who would call somebody
terrible.
defective? What's wrong with you? Your wife defective? Yeah, nah. The moment somebody said that to me,
That's crazy. I'm leaving. She
that's
said
what I
I
said. I
ended
don't
up
advocate for putting hands on nobody, but I wouldn't be mad at you if you did.
if you did, right. She said she ended up falling pregnant is crazy.
You end up
I ended
I'm
up
assuming
falling
the baby was
pregnant.
not planned. Well, I fell pregnant.
And we were overjoyed. But last summer, I ended up suffering a miscarriage. We were both heartbroken, and I felt so guilty, like it was my fault. Our daughter had died. Oh, so you was far along. That's crazy. My husband took it hard too, turning to alcohol to cope. After a couple of months of that, we realized how unhealthy our situation was, so got couples therapy. It was hugely beneficial to us both, and my husband got sober. There was still something of a strain on our relationship, but our therapist assured us it was normal and we should try working through it.
Did you tell the therapist that he called you defective?
Last week, my husband went out after work with a few of his friends. I was happy to see he was making an effort to open up his social life again. So I decided to prepare a nice dinner that we could eat together once he was back. When he got home, I was shocked and upset to see him extremely drunk. I know she was going to say that. I tried to keep a level tone with him while still asking him what the hell he was doing. My husband told me he still needed a break from life sometimes and accused me of trying to meddle in his social life. I was really offended by that and told him so. And our back and forth
Hold on,
quickly
what? Hold on,
became an
wait, go
argument.
back, go back. What did he say? What did he say?
She said he still needed a break from life sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
he accused her of trying to meddle in his social life.
What? All
She
right.
said she was offended by that and told him so, and their back and forth quickly became an argument. I tried to tell him that what he was doing was hurting both of us, which resulted in him yelling, "You're the one that's effing defective." I have never felt so hurt by any. I wanted to like vilify him. I wanted to make him a villain. Um, when I first read this, but like he seemed to have, I'm not excusing this now. He seems to have taken it hard. He really resents you for having a miscarriage. That's what it seems like to me. He resent her and he feels like it was her fault. Like you could tell he 100% believe it was her fault that she did something wrong, I guess because he really wanted the baby and he resent her. Does it excuse what he said? No. But the fact that he turned to alcoholism, like he became an alcoholic, I don't know if he had any previous issues with alcohol, but if this is what led him there, he took it hard, he resented you, he felt like it was your fault, he blamed you for it. So the reason why I think he got me was because all of his feelings was coming out while he was drunk. It was messed up, but like
That's. Oh.
and I wonder, let me see if she said, get away from me. I knew I had to get away from him that night and didn't care to arrange somewhere for him while he was so drunk. So I just packed a bag and went to my parents. Since then, I've been so torn on what to do. We've had plenty of tension since the miscarriage, and I've never taken anything in argument to heart like I did with my husband's defective comment. So y'all argue about this a lot. I don't know if I could go back to him truthfully. I'm still at my parents' house. Girl, stay there. But my
Yeah.
husband constantly blows up my phone and doesn't respect my request for space. Right now, the sound of his voice makes me nauseous. Just cut your losses. It seemed like it's to the point of no return. Him saying that to you.
That was
And
the
it
final
seems
straw for
like
her.
that wasn't the first argument. Y'all had arguments about this a few times. So he really blames you for this, which is something that I don't think y'all could come back from. Like, I don't think y'all can come back from that because he really blames you for this.
I want to know why. Like, I mean, you can't.
Why he
Like,
blame her? I think
yeah,
some
because
men,
like,
a lot of the times, that's what you are to them. Like, you gonna have me some kids. Like, women are certain things to some men. Like, you are supposed to have kids, you're supposed to cook, you're supposed to clean. When you're not able to do that, they get angry.
I'm telling you, wasn't that movie we was talking about
Yeah,
earlier,
it's
dog?
crazy. They get angry when you're
Yeah,
not able to do those things because that's what you are to them. It's like, what else can you do besides that? And when you're not able to do that, you're not a woman to them.
yeah,
We see how they talk about stuff like that online. Like they
yes.
feel like that's
Yeah,
what
I
women
mean,
are
to
supposed to
me,
do.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Maybe it's because I've created this barrier in my brain. But like when I hear shit like that, like I know that there's somebody out there in the zeitgeist that think like that, but it ain't gonna be close to me.
Right, me neither. I wouldn't dare.
Like, in my circle, in my wavelength, no.
I wouldn't want to
Touch
be with no man who only see me as a baby maker. Like, you think that my only job here is to have kids and to serve you. I don't want to be with a man like that because they don't see you as a human. So you're not allowed to make mistakes. Like, and this
I,
is not a mistake. Something happened that you weren't in control of, but in his
right.
eyes, you were. Because it's
I
like,
really
how could that
be
happen?
the fact that people like that really exist. Like that's why I'm like, that's
And
why I said
that's
I
the
don't know if I live in
majority
La La
of them
Land, but it's
niggas.
like
That's the majority of them niggas that act like that.
I don't. Maybe that's why I'm not meant to be with one.
That's
Because I
crazy
really
though.
don't be like, I really don't be thinking of, like I see it. Maybe it's in the way I watch television. Because like when I see things on a screen, I automatically like create this buffer, like it's not real.
Yeah,
So it's like
same.
even though I can hear people saying that, and that's a real person saying that, it's like it doesn't exist to me because it's like, nah, that's not real. In my
Yep.
head, I'm like, nah, that's not real. Like,
That's what I was thinking about too, how the things that I fantasize about, like the fact that some of how I live in fantasy, my imagination and how I expect things to be versus how they already are,
mm-hmm.
is also what hinders me from wanting to date, because I feel like it ain't gonna be the same. Like I know it's not gonna be the same. I feel like I'm gonna be let down. Like, yeah, they
Mm,
not like this for real. Like, you're gonna be let down, and ain't even no point. Like, y'all, men are so much better in our heads. Like, they really are.
everything's
Like,
better
in
in your
real
head.
life,
Ain't no, yeah.
it's
It's gonna be a letdown, but
it definitely gonna be let down. I prepared myself for it. but but
I
yeah, I
just
think y'all
I don't like
relationship is
settling.
over. I think it's over.
Yeah, no, that's not the first time that happened, and that seems like that's her final straw, and it should be.
Yeah, because I feel like he really blames her, and I don't think that he's ever gonna. That's the same thing as like if a woman cheats and a man takes her back, but he punishes her for it for the rest of their
Forever, yep.
life. Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, it's like, what's the point of being with me if this is really how you feel?
They just want to be able. It's a power dynamic thing.
That's
I don't.
crazy.
That power struggle really be hurting them.
And it's messed up because like she already probably blaming herself too,
She already done, yeah.
and you're
She
making
literally
it
said
seem like
that.
it's
Like
her fault.
that's crazy. Mm-mm.
What is IDR? What is
I don't.
IDR?
I don't read. I didn't
It
read.
says, I cannot stop thinking only bad things about my IDR boyfriend after
Oh, I
got
don't know.
ignored many arguments, even if the talk was worthy. I need advice. Huh?
What is that? Hmm.
Let me see what it is. And international depository receipt. That's definitely not what she's talking about. That's definitely not what she's talking about. What the heck? Urban Dictionary. Yeah, let me go to Urban Dictionary. I don't remember, but that's not what she's talking about either. I don't recall. Infiltrate, destroy, rebuild. Yeah, I don't think that's what she's saying either.
I don't. Maybe that's.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna just skip that.
Hold on. Maybe are we gonna get the context if we keep
Hold on,
reading?
yeah, let me see. Okay.
Because I don't think that's.
We
Maybe that was
got,
a mistake.
is it IDR or LDR? We got LDR relationship with a
Long distance. My long
long
distance.
distance relationship. Okay. Why she put relationship twice? That's why it confused me. We got
Okay.
IDR relationship with 8 hours time difference. 2 weeks ago, we are together for 6 months in total. Baby, leave.
Hold on, what? Repeat. No, start from the beginning.
We got long distance relationship with 8-hour time difference 2 weeks ago. We are together for 6 months in total. I'm so confused. Oh, so
Okay, so
y'all,
he
somebody
moved.
moved
They
away
just
2
became
weeks ago.
long distance.
Got you. Somebody moved away 2 weeks ago. To be fair about my feelings, I had some doubts when I was together, but I still see many good aspects of
No,
him. Stop doing this.
sorry.
Women,
No,
please stop doing this.
no. I've had doubts. No, that means no. Like you saying you had no.
So kind of hold up.
Keep going. Keep going. Let me stop.
For example, he got frustrated and overwhelmed too easily. He always talks about
No, sorry.
what he did to me. Normally, I never tell someone like that. He gets jealous of silly things like my friends.
Nope. No. I'm sorry. No. No. Sorry, no. Like I thought I was gonna let you finish, but
I
these
don't even
things that
know
you
what the heck
saying,
they really saying for real.
because why she's basically saying like, oh, is it gonna be worth it to do the long distance when I've already had all these doubts? Girl, no. No.
It seems like y'all got a lot of y'all trauma bonding. Cause she talked about her parents being abusive, and I experienced many things abroad. I also grew up and I am getting along with them now. Also with my sisters, we are best friends, and my university will start soon. We'll write final thesis. This person must don't really speak English that well. I have to find a student job and work. Basically I'm busy. I don't really got time for him, and he's jealous. That's basically what it seems
Yeah,
like.
no. So yeah, no, girl, no.
Yeah, that's when I read 6 months, baby, you can leave still. That's
You can
pretty
leave
new.
still.
That's pretty new. You don't got no ties.
That's new
You're
as hell.
young.
6 months. That's crazy.
My 33-year-old wife my 30-year-old wife is a children's cancer nurse who brings work home so much it's making us depressed and killing our marriage. Men are so like emotionally unavailable that they really
She brings home so much work. Dog, she out here doing the Lord's work.
she probably like having a hard time, and she feel like she can confide in you, and
And then you out here like
she's killing the mood. I don't want to hear about those dead children.
it's either they dead or they dying. Like, damn,
That's
somebody she can
crazy.
come to you.
At
People
all.
are
Just
terrible.
imagine. I think my best friend's fiance hates me. I don't know why.
Best friend's fiance. Okay.
Oh no,
Uh-huh.
this too long. I ain't about to read it. You tripping. You really care
Girl.
that he don't like you? You care too much. I wouldn't care.
How long was it?
As long as he not affecting your relationship, I ain't even reading. As long as he not affecting your relationship with her, why do you care?
Why you do that to her?
I would not care about that man and how he
Oh,
feel about me.
oh my God, Boonie, why? Why did you do that?
That's your long, bro. She cared too much. That's your long.
That's I'm
Whoa,
dead.
whoa. I'm 60-year-old female. Am considering divorcing my husband, 60-year-old male, for the second time. Ma'am, why did you marry that man again?
What did she say?
I would try to, baby. I would try to summarize it for context. We have been married for 30 years and have a daughter who's 28. Our relationship has never been great. We have always had many issues.
Your booty, stop. What is the problem?
What
Your
is
face
there to
changed.
say after this? our
Keep
relationship
reading.
has never been great. We have always had many issues in regards of money management, religion, intimacy, in-laws,
What?
in-laws. Why are you still with bro?
Nah, I gotta hear the whole story. Maybe it's gonna change.
At the beginning of our relationship, I gave everything of me to make it work. I was always trying to make him happy, which for him, it meant being affectionate, allowing him to have control over everything, keeping the
Oh
house
God.
clean, cooking, and doing what he said.
Girl, you were a trad wife. Go ahead. Sorry.
During that time, we had many beautiful moments. Oh my God, as a family,
They
but
love to
rarely,
leave with the good. Oh my God, he's not that bad. But yeah, go ahead.
but rarely as a, we had beautiful moments as a family, but rarely as a couple. He mentioned
Oh.
multiple times and still does how unattractive I was for him, but I
Oh
tried to ignore the comments and not let them
no.
affect me.
Oh
I
my
know he
God.
had some affairs that I decided to overlook for this. It did not get better, Shaya. It got worse and worse and
Nah,
worse.
ma'am. First off, why are you talking to us
Baby, 30
about it?
years, run.
30
30
years is
years
how
you've been
it's literally
unhappy with
almost
this
how old
man.
we are. Like what which why are you doing this?
You've been happy, you've been unhappy for 30 years, and you sitting here having a conversation with us about it? Girl, if you don't need that man,
Who the who,
move
why is she asking
on.
us? Ma'am, we don't even you've been married as almost as
So
long as we've been alive.
somebody say yes, you should divorce him and never marry him again. The fact that you have to say that is crazy.
No, but you gotta say like, ma'am, you
Why
know
would
you
you
wrong.
marry somebody a second time after you divorced them for being a
And
terrible
he tell you to
person?
your face that you ugly?
Yeah, he like, yeah, you a little ugly. I don't
Oh
really like you like
no.
that.
That man
And
tells you
you're
to your face
okay with that?
ugly. He tells you to your face that you're ugly.
That's why when people be like, that's why when people be like, I miss how love used to be back in the day. Them people was miserable. The women was miserable
Miserable.
back in the day,
You
bro.
gonna tell me I'm ugly and I'm just gonna be like, yes, sir? No. What
And
the
she told us she tried to ignore it. That's not something you should ignore. Oftentimes,
yeah,
if a
that's
man
like
is not attracted to you, he's going to be mean to you. He's gonna treat you
scary
mean, bro. If he's attracted to
because
you
he's
and
not
he
gonna care about you. Like,
exactly that matters to them, he's gonna be mean. If men are attracted to you and they like really think that you're beautiful, you like the trophy, you can get away with anything. They don't be caring. You ain't gotta have no personality, you don't gotta do
no,
nothing, and they'll
nothing.
still be with you. But if you ugly,
You ugly? God damn. No, but for real, like dead ass.
they literally gonna
Told
treat
you
you
that you're ugly
bad.
to your face. And you were like, I'm gonna ignore it.
I'm ignoring
What?
it. What
What?
is wrong with you, lady? 60 years old and you're still at like
God
60, you
forbid.
still have to ask people for advice?
May we never have that. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Girl.
that is something I don't pray. I don't wish that on nobody. Somebody gonna tell you to your face that you ugly after you marry them.
I'm not attracted to you.
Yo, that's wild.
You know that nigga gonna be mean. He don't even think you worth keeping around to look
He's
at. He
not even
gonna be
gonna say,
mean.
and I know he ain't just say that she was ugly. He probably said it in the worst way.
And probably went down the list of why he don't. You
Why she
too.
ugly? Like,
I don't like your body type. You too fat. You're ugly. Like he probably said
damn.
so many things.
Men
And
are
and it
terrible. Why
really
did you
just seemed like
say?
he married her to have a wife, to have a servant. I feel like a lot of times men get married just to have somebody to do their chores.
Yeah, because they don't know how to clean for themselves. They don't know how
Right.
to do basic
It's not
shit.
because I love you, I'm attracted to you, I want to be with you. It's you're gonna be a wife and listen to me and you're gonna do chores.
That's why I said she was a trad wife. She like that's a traditional ass wife.
That is crazy. Could you imagine? Like,
Like
I would never get into a
people
relationship with
be
a nigga
trying
like
to
that.
glorify this traditional wife shit.
Nah.
Tell people that he gonna call you ugly to your face.
Y'all be in
I bet
slavery.
every little young modern lady would be like, trad wife who? He gonna call
Right.
me ugly to my face? Oh nah. Like I'm good. I'm fine. No problem. Because they just think, oh my God,
Ooh.
it's baking bread at home. I don't have to do anything. I just pick berries from the garden and make a smoothie.
You don't have to do anything, bro. You picking berries. That's something.
You said that's something.
You crazy? You washing dishes every day. That's a lot of work. You
Girl,
cleaning and
I don't
cooking,
understand.
raising kids. That's a lot of work, bro. You might as well get a job
Nah, I
as a
don't care.
housekeeper.
And then they're like, how you gonna hand off financial responsibility and autonomy to somebody else? I'll be
And
damned.
like you make all the decisions. What type of trust do y'all be having with these
They
men?
don't. That's how niggas be getting over on them.
I could not. I would no. I'm not letting you make no decisions for me. Are
Nah.
you stupid? You gonna sit here and talk to me about every single decision we about to make, and we making them together. I'm not letting you do nothing.
My
You ain't
woman
making no decisions for
ancestors
me.
fought hard to be able to get credit cards and to vote. So
Right,
no.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna let y'all have that. Cause no. Like, could
60
you
years
imagine?
old and you sitting on a advice column asking us if you should leave this, bro. You gave him a second chance. You locked yourself in a second time. Do you love
Damn.
yourself, man? I don't think
She
you love
probably
yourself.
don't know what love is. She been with that crazy man for 30 years.
That is crazy. And it was it 30 consecutive years, or like y'all was together for like 20 years,
Nah,
got a
it probably
divorce, and got
was
back
like, I mean,
together?
because it's twice, I would assume like some years
Yeah.
are split.
But
But
how
he
long?
literally
Because I
called
know
her
somebody in real
ugly.
life that did that. They got married again to their husband again after divorcing him, and I just don't understand.
I mean, I could understand. I think I could be able to understand.
By
I could
getting
grasp
a
it
whole married
eventually.
again, because after we broke up, who are you?
Oh my
Who are you?
God,
Who
Boonie,
are you,
you ain't
sir?
shit. You ain't shit.
I don't know you. I'm not getting back with nobody. Baby, it's too many people on this
Nah,
earth.
because the only reason why I get it is because I know how impulsive people can be. I can empathize with that. And maybe they went to the divorce side really quickly and was just like, fuck this. So
She
maybe
didn't.
they called it too
I'll,
quickly and they
I'm
came
willing
back.
to bet that she did not do
Oh
that.
no, not her, not her. I'm just saying in general.
She didn't.
Cause that's wild. 30
But
years?
even
That's
if I
crazy.
did something on impulse, I'm gonna suffer the consequences.
Nah, some people ain't like that.
We
They
could
got a
have
double
we could
dip.
have got together, and like
They
you
got a
could have
double
been
dip again.
amazing to me after we broke up. I'm still not getting back with you, because I know that you just doing it for me to get back with you. I just want to know what a man got to do for you to marry him again. It's one thing to get in another relationship, but to marry him again, what do
Man,
they got to do for that
I'm
to
so,
happen?
for me, your coin gotta be up. Especially for you to be able to tell me I'm ugly and I just swallow it. No. You have to be a millionaire. You
Well,
have
you
to
better
get
take that money and make yourself attractive, I guess, to the nigga. I don't know. You tell me I'm ugly. I'm about to
for
be
you to tell
attractive
me
to
I'm
somebody
ugly
else.
and I'm just gonna be like, you better have millions in the bank. Because
And
that's the
I
only way
doubt
I'm
that's
gonna
her life. I
oh, of
doubt
course
it.
not. But like you asked me. So I'm just that's the only way. You gonna
I
call me ugly when I look in the mirror every day?
To her,
Excuse
you
me?
ugly.
You ugly.
You
I'm
got
like,
that on
you're
again?
not
You probably was
attractive to
like, you
me.
got that on again? Dang.
I could only imagine his old ass.
So we've been together for 20 years and
You
you've never changed your hair. You're not gonna get another hairstyle? Because you know old women be getting the
you
same
getting fat.
hairstyle.
Like you getting a little big. Like
It's been 6 months since you had our daughter. Don't you think it's time to lose weight?
damn. Because men are terrible though.
Yeah.
I don't he probably said it in the worst way possible.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's crazy.
That man literally said you ugly to your face.
Okay, this says my girlfriend was assaulted and as a result of that had a miscarriage. She broke up with me a few days ago to work on herself. How should I move forward? In December 2023, my girlfriend was assaulted by her boss at the restaurant she serves at. This
You
happened
said
the night after I left college for winter break. She told me about it the day after, and obviously I was shocked and heartbroken for her. Sure, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to laugh.
That's why I'm like, yo, what's happening?
I ain't mean to
Are you
laugh, but
seeing
like
something that
he
I'm not seeing?
said, I was shocked out. You didn't want to fight the nigga. You just was
That's
shocked.
why.
Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I would have broke up with you too.
Oh my, yeah, he probably didn't say. Well, he probably didn't say the right stuff.
Let me see. Maybe
Keep
he
reading.
did.
Keep reading.
Let me see. Shortly after this incident, the boss was fired for messing with multiple servers at the restaurant, and they're working on a case against him.
Oh,
I
okay. Because I
mentioned
was like,
this to
he needs to be arrested.
right. I mentioned this to say that he is out of the picture, and it was not an issue only with her. What does that got to do with anything? We worked through this,
She
and
broke up with
everything
you
was
good.
good
She broke up with you
again.
good.
What do
Good. Good for
you
you.
mean it didn't only have to do with her? It happened though.
No, he's basically saying in the boy's brain, he's like, oh, well, it's not just you. Well, it shouldn't be that bad then. So, because it's not just you.
That's
There's
crazy.
other people who have people. Boys are dumb. But go ahead. Let me not even jump the gun. Go ahead.
Then about a month ago, she had a miscarriage as a result of this. So was she pregnant for him or you? Was she pregnant?
Yikes.
Whoa. Cause he missing some stuff. Like, was she pregnant before it happened and she had the miscarriage, or did she get pregnant and had it?
I assumed that she was before, but it was probably early, maybe.
Yeah.
Because like if you out here doing, I mean, first off, you shouldn't be assaulting nobody in general.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like, you assaulting a pregnant, people are gross. Anyway. But
this
yeah,
is
go ahead.
where things began to go downhill. We had a long talk about the whole situation where she told me she wasn't comfortable with being intimate, and by that I mean she wasn't comfortable with physical touch. I understood this and made it clear I still wanted to be there for her and have no issues with that. I also convinced her to go to therapy, and she joined a therapy group about a week later. In the following weeks, I did my best to be there for her and carry on as normal by taking her to get food, checking.
I'm gonna stop you right there. It's exactly what I said. He's expecting her to get over it in his time. That's what he's doing. Like, are you fucking dumb? It's not gonna happen on your time, dumb. Like, what?
This nigga say I did everything. We went through. I did everything or whatever.
I gave her food, and is that what you think she needs right now?
I bought her an apartment, and she still, was depressed. I started to notice that she was slowly pulling away from me.
Boonie, stop. Go back. You gotta read it like that the whole time.
He said, in the following weeks, I did my best to be there for her and carry on as normal by taking her to get food, checking out a new apartment for her after college.
Oh my
God. Just spending time with her, hanging out.
Oh God. Boys really think they be doing
them. He young too, like they 22, so yeah, that was his thought process.
He really think that he doing the shit. That's traumatic, my boy. It's gonna be a while.
But I noticed with men, they don't really know how to handle a woman when she was going through trauma. They don't really know how to touch it. It's like,
they don't know how to do it. Yeah, they don't know how to assist.
They don't know how to touch like, what do I do? So they think, okay, just by being the boyfriend that I've been being before this happened, it should get better, right? No, sometimes it never gets better, and you have to be okay with that. What's funny
is that they be really thinking they doing the most. Like, I did that. I listened to her for a couple times. Boy, if you don't shut the fuck up, because she talked to you one time about it, don't mean that she's over it.
But at the same time, too, like, if you were with a man and like you was to get assaulted in any way, whether it was sexual or just physical or anything, how would you have wanted him to react to it in order for you to be comfortable being with him?
Why are you doing this to me? There's no response that a man can give that I'm gonna be accepted, because they really just don't know how to comfort. It's really sad. They don't know how to comfort.
But I also feel like too, I remember this series that I used to watch, and she got raped by the guy's brother, and he didn't respond. He didn't kill him. He didn't respond like in a way that made her feel like she was safe with him. So that put a strain on her. I feel like some women expect men to react a certain type of way, like kill him. I keep saying that.
I
Like,
don't know. I mean,
what
I
is,
want him to
bro?
get a
What is
little
the other?
upset, but like,
Because if my boyfriend came to me and was like, "I got assaulted by a woman," she getting beat up. I don't care. She getting beat
no,
up.
no facts.
It ain't no other. It ain't. He ain't gotta
There's
say
no
nothing
other
else. She did
response.
what, and I'm going there right away, and she getting beat up. Like, what you mean? That's exactly what I would do. I'm not gonna say that I would like feel some type of way if he didn't like fight the dude or whatever. I wouldn't be expecting that, but I feel like most women do. I feel like women expect men to physically handle it or do something.
Try your
Do
best.
something.
Anything better than like, oh, I'm
Taking her to
so
get
sorry.
food, or like, I'm sorry that happened to you, and then like you literally not knowing what to say after that.
I've
Sorry
had
that happened to you.
because I've been in situations where I've disclosed that type of stuff to people.
Me too.
One guy was just silent. He ain't know what to say.
Same.
That didn't work out. Another guy that actually spoke was like, "Oh, so are you over it yet?" That obviously didn't work out.
It's
And I've had
crazy.
one who like was upset but didn't know what to do, so he asked me like, "How can I better assist you?" That is the best
That's
one
the
that
best
I
way.
could ask.
That's the best way because I had similar experience like where I shared it with people, and like you said, one guy didn't respond. He didn't
Didn't
know what
say
to say.
anything.
One guy was asking me so many questions like, why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that, whatever. And I'm like,
If you just want to blame the victim, just
did
say
I
that.
did I do
Like,
something? Is
because
that what you
they
say?
victim, surely you should have kept the eye out, and
Yeah,
you're the
like
reason behind your
what?
own assault. Like, fuck you. That's wild.
And then I ever have a dude that was like, I did, because one I think I had two that was like emotionally like they showed up for me emotionally in a
Yeah.
way, whatever, what I wanted. But like men usually don't know how to handle when we go through trauma. Like they
Nope.
don't know what to say, they don't know what to do.
How do you expect them to handle yours when they can't even handle their own? So
True. True. They just sweep it under the rug a lot of the times, and this happened to me, or they make it into they normalize their trauma. Like that's
yeah,
normal. No, it's not. But
nah, it's
I'm
not.
sorry
Definitely
if
not.
my man came home and said my boss just assaulted me, I'm going to his job. We're fighting.
No, immediately.
Excuse me? Like
Who's
we're
the boss?
fighting.
Can I have the address, please?
Exactly. It's different if that happened before you, but like while you're there and you didn't.
Yeah, nah, that's weird.
Yeah, I would want to fight. I'm sorry. And I know people gonna be like, yeah, but there's legal ways to go about it. I would want
Nah,
to
I don't
fight.
care.
We're fighting.
Nah, I don't care.
That's crazy.
Somebody that's
But
getting
also, just like, let me finish so I can see if I can give the young boy some advice on how they handle this situation. She,
he's basically rushing her, and I don't like that. But
yeah.
see you reading.
She didn't text me nearly as much. We only saw each other one day a week for a couple of hours, and overall, I felt like she was losing interest in me. I tried to be understanding and gave her a lot of space. I only texted her if there was a reason to, but it was really starting to bother me. Finally, I sat her down and talked to her about how I was feeling. I told
Okay.
her I understood she was going through a lot, but I
Do
didn't
you
feel like her
understand though?
boyfriend anymore because we barely spent any time together.
Okay.
And when we did, I felt like I had to oh my God. Walk on eggshells to avoid things like holding her hand, giving her hugs, and generally, I felt like there was a wedge between us. She acknowledged her feelings and told me she loved me. Then a week later, she broke up with me. She said she was feeling a lot better from the therapy group she was going to, but she couldn't be in a relationship right now. She says she still loves and respects me and is grateful for everything I've done for her, and I've helped her a lot. She still wants me in her life, but not as her boyfriend. I understand and respect her decision, but at the same time, I am hurt by this decision. I feel like she has been pushing me away for months now after I have helped her through some other difficult events in her life. I understand this situation is on another level, but I don't think pushing me away is fair. Yo, I'm gonna give you grace because you're young. I'm planning on telling her this don't, and as well as asking her if there are any other reasons she decided to break up with me. I have
No,
a few questions I want advice on. Should I tell her how I feel the next time we talk? Should I expect this
no.
relationship to be over?
Yes.
Yes, I think it kind of feels like you're making it about you. You're
Yeah.
making it about, it's like, I understand that that happened, but what about us? That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, I get that that's what you went through, but what
That's why
about
I
us?
told you he's rushing
Where's
her.
that
He's
leave
basically like,
me?
hey, you gonna hurry up and get over this so we can get back to what we were doing?
Yeah,
No.
that's kind of what it's giving. And like I said, I'm gonna give you grace because you're only 22, you're young. And I will say a lot of times men don't really know how to deal with situations. But like Shea said earlier, the thing for you to do was to ask her how to help her through the situation. Maybe you did do that. Maybe you did, and she didn't know what to tell you. Sometimes that's what's gonna happen. I don't
I mean,
know
that's also
because
an answer,
it's
yeah.
traumatic. Like, I don't know. And sometimes being in a situation like that makes women not want to be around men, period. Even if you didn't do anything, so when she made this decision to break up, you saying it's not fair is weird because if you love her, then you would have been, this is the best decision for her. You want her to be healthy. You want her to get through the situation. So whatever decision she made should have been okay with you and you not make it about yourself. Do not
Right.
ask her anything or tell her how you feel because then you would just be being selfish, making that situation about you. And she doesn't owe you a relationship just because you did what you thought was the right thing. She doesn't owe you anything.
Right.
So stop making it seem like
It's
saying
about
it's
you.
fair is making it seem like she owes you something and she doesn't. So I feel like
Oh yeah,
it's
he
just over.
definitely
Cut
thinks
your
that she owes
losses and
yeah.
move on.
He definitely thinks that she owes him something because that's why he mentioned the I did everything a boyfriend was
Yeah.
supposed to do, blah blah blah. Like you supposed to be doing that regardless.
Regardless, I feel like you couldn't have helped her through that situation. She made the right decision. She's young as well. She didn't really know how to handle it. You didn't know how to handle it. It was best that y'all broke up
Right.
because if there's literally nothing you can do for her, then the relationship wasn't going to work. That was going to help her. She needed to get through that herself. She probably has a fear now of being with men. She probably thinks that you expect things for her that she cannot give you because of her trauma. So she
Right.
made the right decision. You just have to cut your losses and move on. She didn't owe you anything.
Right.
So no, don't tell her how you feel. I don't even really think you should be friends with her because you clearly are not over it. You're not over the fact that she broke up with you. You think that it was unfair. So I don't even think y'all should be friends for real. Cause I feel like you're gonna say something wrong and it's gonna blow up and
Yeah.
y'all not even gonna be friends no more. And he left this comment 18 minutes ago. So this was recent.
Yeah, no. You
But
should the relationship's over and you should just move on.
yeah, cut your losses. Okay, I'm gonna do one more and then we can get off of here. Hmm. Yeah, but I feel like young men, period. I feel like they don't get uh raised the same way we do. Like we literally are raised to think about men, to get them
Yeah.
to like us, to appease them, to make them happy. But I don't feel like men are raised to do the same for women.
Not at all.
They're raised just to provide, and providing is really
No, it's just
nothing, especially
either
these
it's
days.
money, money or being there. Like that's
Yeah.
not anything. Like
it ain't nothing special. Like, I feel like that's the problem though. People don't raise their sons to know how to deal with trauma, to know how to deal with certain situations. If this happens to your wife or whatever, they're not even raised to
consider us.
care about us. Yeah, like they're not even raised to care about women.
Because
It's
they're
just you're
raised
supposed
to
to take
that
care of
it's
her.
their world. That song doesn't exist for nothing. It's a man's
Right.
like we literally are just that's bullshit. It is trash,
It
but
is. You see why the way the world is, because it's a man's world.
it's
The
fucking
reason why
terrible.
it's trash is because it's y'all world.
That's that is so true though. They're not raised to consider us. In
They're
every
not.
aspect we raised to think about,
To
oh,
think
don't be
about
wearing them
them
shorts around
every
around your uncle.
aspect.
Like, damn, why is that uncle looking at me?
Exactly. We're
That's gross.
always made to be aware of how men think about us. They don't really care how we think about them. They don't care what we need from them. They're not considerate of us. They don't care about our emotional needs.
Nope. Mm.
My boyfriend doesn't think marriage is romantic and it's throwing me for a loop. Your boyfriend is right.
Stop it. Read it. I mean, but she's not wrong. Your boyfriend's
Your
right.
boyfriend is right. What about that is romantic?
It's throwing me for a loop. Girl, it's marriage is not it's not cute. Marriage is not cute. But
Talk
go
about
ahead, proceed.
how do I bring it up again? Baby, you're 24 and he's 23. Chill. We've
Nah,
been together
people
for
be
about,
having them young.
bro,
You said what happened?
we've been together for about 6 months. If you don't sit down,
What time to go to bed, sweetheart? Go to bed. Go have a nice little sleep. Maybe you're gonna wake up refreshed and with a better head on your shoulders because this is crazy.
talk
Six
about, and he's
months.
wonderful. Super sweet, handsome, hilarious, and everything I could ever
Yeah,
want in a
6 months
partner.
in. 6 months in.
Jesus Christ.
People really be getting married at 1 year. That's like I'm just
That's when you start to see who people are for real. Like at that mark, that 1 year,
barely,
you you
barely
you getting to really see how they are. So you need to wait a little longer. You need another year at
a
least.
year really isn't a long time
It's
at
not
all.
so much. It goes by so quick. So much can happen in a year, but I think people think that when they have so much happen and they are able to still be together, that means that they're ready for marriage. But sometimes you need to question, why are y'all still able to be together? Is it because y'all work well together in a relationship, or is it because you want to? There's a difference.
Mm,
You don't want to not be with this person, so you stay with them. Is it that, or is it y'all work well together? Because that don't be what it is.
it's rarely ever that.
Right.
She said
But
6 months.
she said,
First
and
off,
he's wonderful, super
shut up.
sweet, handsome, hilarious, and everything I could ever want in a partner.
You don't even know what you want, girl.
And
Anyway.
right, including things I don't even know I I wanted. Growing up
Okay.
independent, it's hard to wrap my brain around someone wanting to do all sorts of menial tasks for me. He's amazing, and I love him so much. When we first started talking, we were on the same page, dating to marry. Because why waste time? Because it's okay to waste time sometimes. Since then, because
Boonie
I
cut it.
love to daydream and be silly on Pinterest, I brought up us getting married. No, you want to get married. I brought up us getting married multiple times.
I brought it up for like a second. No, you didn't.
Talk
No, you
about
didn't.
joking or half joking. You're not
Yeah, okay,
joking. You're
no.
trying to force this man to marry you.
He probably changed his mind and was like, nah,
Cause
let me
she
take some
probably too
time.
forceful. Sometimes when men y'all talk about marriage and men be like, yeah, I want to do that too. They don't mean tomorrow. 6 months, bro.
Yeah, six
Chill.
months is yeah. Six,
Dang.
6 months is wild.
He always responded positively and has said that he sees himself marrying me.
Okay,
Last night,
seeing does not mean tomorrow.
exactly. You about to mess up a relationship for no reason. Last night we were cuddled up in my bed, getting high and staring up at the twinkly starlights in my room, a favorite activity of ours.
You can tell she young as hell. Oh my
While
God.
we talked about whatever, church came up. I was raised Catholic. He wasn't very religious. I asked if he would get married in a church, which then led me to ask yet again if he could see himself, bro.
You're gonna ruin it. Stop asking him.
High me just wanted some sweet lovey-dovey talk. How do you get high and think about simple stuff like that?
I'll be thinking about if
What
I
type
got
of
high.
brain you got?
You wasting the weed that you got. I'm
Right.
sorry.
What are you talking
Oh
about
my
while we're
God, I was
high?
high and I want to think about my marriage planning. No, no, that's wild.
So she wanted him to say, some of course, Angel, I'd marry you. Whatever, something sweet to carry into my dreams, since by then it was nearing 4 a.m. and I was about to fall asleep. Instead, I
He
don't
said
know,
what?
maybe. You talk too much. That's why. He then went on to say that he would marry a partner if they wanted to get married. When I questioned him on it, he said the idea of marriage to him isn't romantic. It's involving the government into your relationship, all sorts of very cynical sort of things like that. Completely sucking out the romance and love. That's because it's
He's
not
right though.
romantic.
He
He
right.
right.
He right.
Like, it's not. Like, y'all watch too much
Y'all
movies
can
and be
literally be
believing.
married without the paperwork. But
Right.
people just want that. They want that. They just want that paperwork. I don't know how important it is to them, but it is. I don't know why.
Do. And she like cynical. That's not cynical. Why do y'all mistake realism for pessimism? There's
because
reality don't sound like rainbows and butterflies and y'all can't handle it.
Hold on, wait. First and foremost, he probably said, I don't know, maybe, because he wanted to shut you up because you ruined his high for real.
Talk too much, like, about marriage.
Let him just be high. Like he's
and let me tell you how I know.
you.
I used to do the same thing, but not for the reasons that you're doing it. I used to do it because I knew my ex wasn't gonna marry me, and I wanted him to be like, I don't want to get married, girl. We might as well break up, and he never did it.
Oh God.
I wanted him to break up with me, but he wouldn't.
Oh, you took the first.
So I had to do it.
Damn. Yeah, he gonna break up with you. You keep playing around. My God, he's taking the excitement out of the marriage.
The romance out of marriage.
Girl, it's not romantic.
You have romantic conversations about marriage with your friends, with other female friends.
Girl,
I don't think that there's no man that thinks marriage is romantic.
We I never could be wrong, but like or marriage the same way. Like that's not.
Yeah, I don't think men look at it and be like, "Oh my
excuse me,
oh my God, it's romantic." Oh yeah, you're not, the majority. You're not the majority. You're not the majority. But niggas don't be thinking like, I'm gonna get married. Oh my God, I can't. The colors. Oh my God, our colors. I cannot wait. The like, flowers. Boy. Like, what kind of flowers do you want at your wedding? They're not thinking like that. I ain't even thinking like that. I don't even think about marriage like that.
No, but like even and that's the wedding though. She didn't say wedding. She said marriage.
Marriage, but also women think that that's all it is, though, that wedding, that pretty wedding that we're going to be at, and that's what they base whether they marriage on. That's what they rush toward.
No, that's wild.
They rush toward that ceremony that they can be the center of attention and dress a couple
hours.
It don't even be that long, girl. Bro, weddings are the shortest things. I be like, bro, this is short.
Oh, I keep thinking about the reception. Receptions are long.
Weddings be so short. Y'all be spending millions, thousands of dollars for 15 minutes. They be so short.
People plan more for their wedding than they do for the actual marriage.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's more so for her, the wedding, than marriage that you're thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be no wedding, no marriage, because she's gonna scare the man off.
She is. 6 months and you're talking. You're
high
nonstop
and you
talking about marriage, and then you get high and talk about a wedding.
That's a waste of a high. I'm sorry.
Right. What kind of brain do you got? Your brain don't go no further than that.
Oh man.
Not wasting the high.
She
No, for real.
100%
People get
wasted.
high and then talk about marriage. What?
What kind of wedding do you
Ma'am,
want? Who
what kind of
like,
flowers?
Girl,
What
you
kind of
speaking
food did
about
you want to
high,
serve
girl.
there?
bro? If you
What do you
don't
think
shut
about my
up,
dress?
what do
That's mean as hell. Let me
you
stop.
think about if I have a long train or not? Girl, if you
Oh my
don't
God, what
shut
about your
up,
bow tie? Your
he
bow tie is
probably
gonna
was sitting there thinking
obviously
like,
match
bro,
the
she is
colors.
so vapid and so surface level. I'm not marrying her.
What's the first word you said?
Vapid, but I know it's pronounced vapid. But I'm Geechee, so
I
you
haven't
know.
heard that word used in so long. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what it means. To be honest.
It just means vain, basically. Or like
Oh,
superficial. Like the Kim Kardashians and
okay.
people like that. Yeah.
That's
But yeah, it
she
is an
just.
old word. But okay, she said hold up.
I'm sorry. This is funny to me because
Said all sorts of very cynical sort of things, like completely sucking out the romance and love of getting married, bringing up the history of getting married, trading women like property. This is what you're supposed
so
to
he's
talk about while
explaining
you
the
high.
history, and
This is
that's
what you're
oh
supposed to
God.
talk about while you're high. What are you saying?
No,
You
he
brought
she
it up.
she
He
wants a
went deep
fantasy. She wants a fantasy. Just say that.
and said that it's never been romantic up until very recently. He's right. He like obviously hearing all that threw me for a loop. I was upset instantly. I felt very hurt. What do you mean you don't want to marry me? He did not even say that.
He didn't say that. He said
You
if
just
his
heard what you
partner
wanted
wants
to
to marry,
hear.
yeah, if his part, no, because she does. Her response is basically, you didn't give me the response I was looking for, so now I'm
Yeah.
upset.
So now I'm
So because he
upset.
didn't say, "Oh my God, I want to marry you too," she's mad.
What do
Like
you mean you don't want to marry me? He ain't said that.
he
She
didn't
said
say that.
she
He
was
said
embarrassed.
he quite literally said, "If my partner wants to get married, yeah, I'll marry her."
Yeah, I'll marry her. Right.
But that's not the response she was looking for, so she mad.
Of course I want to marry you. You're such a good person. Like you
Oh
make
my
me
God.
feel while you're high.
I don't think I've ever thought about marriage at any point. Like,
Not like
not
that,
why
at
no,
least.
not why everybody vibing. You just gonna ruin the vibe.
Not like that. Marriage is. I feel like when you talk about marriage,
Honestly, I don't think about it at all.
people expect certain things, and like I would be like the nigga. I ain't gonna talk about it like how you think I'm
No,
about to talk
seriously
about
though. Because everybody,
it.
I've never thought about like a wedding ceremony.
Me
Like, oh my God, what is
neither.
my thing gonna look like? And blah blah blah.
I have
And
my dress
freaking
picked out. I remember I used to wanted to model wedding dresses when I was younger. And I used to want to make engagement rings. I used to want it to like when I got older, like, oh, I want to make engagement rings or whatever. I wanna model wedding dresses and lingerie. But as far as like
your own.
picturing myself, yeah, like
Yeah.
me getting
I could never
married.
picture, yeah, I could never do it.
Also because I've been in a lot of weddings and I hated it.
I mean, I've only been to a couple, but I'm not.
He said, of course, he would marry me since that's what I want. I had brought up how saw my mama get married twice, both out of obligation, how those crumbled. I want to get married and do it for the right reasons, not because of a baby or financial like my mama. So you think love is the right reason?
Love is never
I
enough.
hate to burst your bubble, sweetheart, but it's not. That's not going to
Wait,
sustain a marriage alone.
Yeah.
is this a question? One
Yeah.
of the which
It's a
it's a
well,
question.
we just was
Okay.
reading questions and talking about the stuff that they was talking about, that they were asking on the questions. But she said,
Love, I think is an integral part of marriage, though.
Yeah, but it can't just that can't be the only thing that
Unless you want to do it, unless you
fulfills it.
unless you want to look at it from like a business standpoint, but or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to like the person.
You
You
don't
have to
Of
be able
want
course,
to
to.
but
like
it's
the
not
person.
going to
Love
be the only
encompasses
thing that
more than just
sustains you.
A lot of
love
people don't
encompasses.
even. It don't even be that. A lot of people don't even be liking each other.
Shut up, Boonie.
They don't.
True.
They don't.
Shut up, Boonie.
They just be agreeing to get married because that's what they feel they're
You right
supposed to
though.
do. They don't be liking each other. But I do feel like you have to at least, I would say
That's
respect to me, trust, respect. Because I feel like love too, but I feel like that changes. Sometimes it looks different as you go
As you
through
go
the
about it. Yeah.
marriage. I
it
feel like
should though. It should
yeah,
adjust because you're not going to be the same person that you were at the beginning of the marriage. But I think that's what love is to me. Now, love, the more people associate infatuation with that love
with
feeling. You could be
love
infatuated with somebody. You're
Mm.
not going to always feel that way, person. You're
because
always going to feel that, ooh, the googly.
they reduce it to a feeling. They reduce it
Go ahead.
to love is a feeling, and it's more than just that. It's you choose that every day. You have to. Otherwise, if you're going into the situation thinking, "Oh, I love this person, like he makes me feel all giddy, like I get butterflies when we're together and stuff," that's gonna burn
It's
out
gonna
so
fade.
quick,
Yeah, it's gonna
so
fade
quick. And what do you have? What are you gonna have to sustain the marriage after that
after that.
happens?
And most people don't have
That's
anything.
why it's important to build. That's why it's important to build that foundation before you even talk about marriage.
Exactly.
You got to have that foundation. What are you gonna stand on when the shit hits the fan? What are you gonna stand on if they get into an accident tomorrow? What you gonna
And
Exactly.
have there?
this girl don't know nothing. She's 23.
She 24, but still like.
24. She don't know. She ain't thinking
And
about that.
also, why are you getting mad over something that's not happening right now? Why do y'all do that to yourselves? Why do y'all get mad over hypothetical situations? This is a hypothetical conversation, and you're literally judging
That's
him based
like
off of a hypothetical conversation.
that's like when the girls say, would you love me if I was a worm? Fucking that
What?
should be blowing me.
Who asked somebody that question?
Like they be asking their
Wait, say that
partners
again.
the
What?
stupid ass questions, and then they were like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess." No, you're supposed to say yes with enthusiasm, and they get mad.
If I was
Like,
a
girl, oh, come on, man. What is
sometimes
this?
when I be seeing those things that women be saying, I be like, I get it.
A worm nose?
I get why them niggas don't like
I'm
us.
nah. Some of that shit don't make sense. I'm sorry, no.
I feel like I understand why they don't like us,
A
bro.
worm nose?
Like,
No,
what are you talking
no.
about?
Yeah, cause we just be saying whatever. Like,
Some
huh?
stupid stuff. Like, what are you talking about? She said, I was upset and still high. Were you high? If you're mad, are you really high?
No, for real.
Like,
The high is gone at that point.
right. So I just said I didn't want to talk about it anymore and rolled over. Bro, you about to lose that nigga. He cuddled up to my back and kissed my head and expressed worry about not being able to give me what I wanted. I want him. I want him to marry me though. I want him to want to not just shut me up with a ring, however many. You do want that though.
You
You're
literally
telling
just
him
said that.
you want that. You're literally telling him that you do just want him to
Break
shut you up with a ring.
break up with her, bro.
Please, like, what are you
Break up
talking
with her.
about? You do want
Because
him
it's
to just
weird.
marry
I don't
you.
want him to just give me a ring just because,
Yes,
but I
you
kind of do.
do.
Yes, you
Because
do.
he just told you he don't really care about marriage, but he would get married for his partner. That means he's shutting you up with a ring. Like, what
How
are you
many how many
saying?
marriages start that way then?
A
How many
lot.
marriages start
A
that way?
lot.
A lot.
Yeah, because like,
Here, you shut up.
Yeah. A
Here.
lot.
no, because like, I mean, I could see. I think that being a guy on that side would kind of annoy me. Like
Shoot, she annoying me as a
having to get hinted like, so marriage.
Yeah.
Like, that
I'd
would
be
get on
like,
my
what
nerves.
about it?
Like,
What about it?
Dog, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I have somebody who I'm comfortable, man, the paper, that's just paper. I don't, is it gonna feel romantic signing all them damn papers? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like, I just be really
Is
thinking
it?
about people's
But
decisions.
I feel like a lot of times women don't even think about marriage. They just think about wedding. They don't think about like what you're getting into. They just think about the wedding and how I'm gonna be beautiful and
Nah,
who
I'm
I'm
good
gonna
on that.
invite and what the colors are gonna be and all of this stuff. But they don't really think about the wedding. Your responsibilities as a wife,
I mean,
his responsibilities as a
you know
husband.
what? You know, you're right. Because that woman married that man twice, even though he called her ugly. So
60 years old.
That's
You're silly.
called her ugly to her face.
but
And you married him twice. So, damn. Man, you're right, Boonie. Anyway,
that's why I
just
think
like,
it's important to get. That's why I think it's important to get counseling beforehand.
so this
She talked.
man,
She said, "I know this probably all sounds silly considering how young we are and how we haven't been together. I'm glad you know together long, but it's still throwing me. I thought we were on the same page. I talked to two of my closest friends about it, who brought up the simple fact that boys just don't think about marriage the way girls do. They don't. I mean, I know it's a little true because it's always more focused on the bride, but." No, see what I mean? She's
she's
thinking
still
about
thinking about
the
today.
wedding. She's
Yep,
not
yep.
even thinking about the marriage. What do you mean it's always more focused on the bride, not the marriage? But to that extent, girl, his parents never got married and are, what does this have to do with anything? And are no longer together. His mama is currently married to a man, but their situation is different. I'm not sure how much I can say. They didn't love each other when they first married, but now they do. I think that's much more rewarding than like going into it. We love each other because y'all don't even be knowing what that means for real.
Mm.
And why is it throwing you for a loop? Y'all are not getting married.
She really was thinking about that day. Just that day.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-mm-mm.
And look at the other women. Your boyfriend is being idiotic, not wanting the government getting involved in our relationship has to be one of the lamest excuses I ever heard. In case he hasn't noticed, the government is already involved in our life in countless ways. He pays taxes, follows laws they dictate. If he doesn't want the government involved in his life, he should go and live on the Andaman Islands. And even there, he'd have to follow. What are you saying? He ain't, y'all going too deep. He is
Oh,
against marriage, then stated as such. If he's against, good thing he's brought it up now because that pretty much would be a deal breaker for someone who wants to be, in my opinion and experience, saying marriage isn't romantic is an excuse not to commit. Okay, I've heard enough. Boy, get away from her.
really?
She's saying she don't want you to just hush her with a ring, but she do. She wants you to be like, yeah, I would love to marry you, and put that ring on her finger in the next couple of months. Cause
She's just thinking
baby,
about the day, like you said. Like, I really didn't think about that.
the
And she
wedding,
said it in she said it in her paragraph.
yeah, it's more so
Like,
about the bride. You still talking about the wedding. He's talking about marriage. Y'all talk about two different things.
to people, they conflate the two. They think it's the same.
It's not. And
Marriage is what comes after the wedding. Like, what's
she got these women in the comments
boosting
validating
her?
her.
You could always find somebody who think what you think. Always
That's
somebody who
why
could be
people
on
come
your
on here
side.
so they can be validated. That's why they get advice. But I just feel like you about to mess up a relationship. You're about to mess up a relationship that probably was a good relationship with probably a good person
Yep.
because you're rushing something that isn't about to happen. And I'm not saying that if it's not about to happen, you shouldn't worry about it. If you feel like y'all not on the same page and he gotta marry you with conviction in his heart and he got to be
Mm.
enthusiastic about it or whatever, he got to feel like that about it, then you shouldn't be with him.
Yeah.
If you claim you don't want to be shut up with a ring, but he already told you how he feel about marriage. So if he proposed to you, that's exactly what he would be doing. Shutting you up with a ring. Unless his mind changed. And the likelihood of that, that's all I'm saying. But you tripping.
I doubt it. I doubt that it's going to change.
It's not. Anyways, that's all for today. This was fun. It was cool.
I liked it.
It was great. I we do incorporate it with every episode, but it was cool. I want to do another game night, but I want everybody to be here and then we can play some games together. But thank y'all for watching. This was not the typical episode. You know, we just was on here talking, giving advice, you know, whatever. But thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, you can leave messages on Spotify. And if you do, we will play it on the next episode. Also, email us at royalgeniusreviews@gmail.com if you have questions or if you want advice. But thank you for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.